Welcome to our flow today. We're going to twist it out. I love twists. If you are just someone else who loves twists, or you're just really needing to kind of twist it out, feel like you can release some of that tightness or that tension, or you just are kind of craving that idea of wringing things out and feeling a little refreshed at the end, then I hope that you really enjoy this flow. For our twist practice, you might want a block depending on how the twists are feeling. So if you have a block as you're making your way to your mat, go ahead and grab it just to have handy in case you want it, in case it helps make that practice feel even that much better for you. Okay, let's anchor in our sit bones in any kind of easy seat that feels good. We'll lift up through the crown of the head. On that exhale, relax the shoulders nice and low down the back. Start to find some space between the ears and the shoulders. If you want to blink the eyes closed, if that feels okay, go ahead and do that. And we'll settle in. A few moments here, a few breaths just to set the day aside, to find that barrier between our to-do list and our practice, softening the body and clearing the mind. Take two more nice, slow, deep breaths, breathing all the way down toward those sit bones. And then we'll start movement with full body circles here, hinging around. Switching direction, circling the other way. And then on our inhale, we're going to reach up tall, stretch up toward the sky. On our exhale, we'll twist to the right, reach that right hand behind us, tall in the spine here as we gaze back over the right shoulder. We're going to leave the left hand where it is, cross that right arm over top, and then kind of round the back, sink the chin. And as we grow tall, we'll reach that left hand behind us, coming into our twist on this side. We're going to cross that left arm over top, round the spine, sink the chin. And growing tall, we'll release those arms, growing up in the spine. We're going to bring the hands out in front. We're going to walk it forward. Breathe into the lower back, all the way down into the hips. Leaving the right hand where it is, we're going to bring that left hand to a bind to that lower back and gaze under that right arm. And then we're going to switch. Left hand will reach out. We'll bind the right arm to the lower back. Palm faces the sky. Turn and look under that left arm. And we'll reach that right arm back overhead. One more breath. And then we'll walk all the way back up. And let's come to a tabletop. Hands and knees. Let's draw some circles with our hips here first. And we'll switch directions. And then into our cat and cow. Inhaling for cow, exhaling to round for cat, and back and forth. One more breath. And as we release, we're going to walk our hands to about 90 degrees off to the left. We'll gaze back at the feet. Moving through center, we'll walk our hands off to the right. We'll gaze back on this side. And back around to center. Walking those hands to the top, spread those fingers, tuck the toes. We'll send it up and back. For that down dog, we'll pedal things out here. Bend one knee, then the other. And then traveling to the top of the mat, we'll come into our ragdoll, hanging heavy. And as we release, we're going to grow tall, coming into our mountain, anchored in our feet, tall in the spine, soft in the shoulders. On our inhale, we're going to reach up tall. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale for a halfway lift, nice flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, we're going to sweep up tall. We're going to bind the right arm to the lower back, left hand to that right shoulder, and we're going to turn and gaze back over the right shoulder, twisting. Coming back to center, we'll bind the left arm, right hand to that left shoulder, turn and twist to look over that left shoulder. And then back around to center, we'll release. Inhale, sweeping tall. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweeping tall. Exhale, binding the right hand, left fingers to that right shoulder, turn and twist. Through center, the other way, binding that left arm, twisting to the left. Back around to center to release. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, sweeping tall. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweeping tall. And we'll bind the right arm, turn and twist. Through center, twisting the other way. Back around to center, release. Inhale, sweeping tall. Exhale as we fold. This time we're going to step back to our plank. High plank or modified, up to you. Exhale to lower down with control, elbows in along the body. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, pressing back to our down dog. You could always take a child's pose instead. On our inhale, we're going to travel to the top of our mat. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale to sweep up tall. On our exhale, we're going to take an open arm twist, hinging from those hips, reaching that right arm behind, gaze follows. If it's a little too much, you could come to that right hip with the right hand. On our inhale, we're going to reach up tall through center. And then exhale, we'll take that twist to the left. Inhale, reaching tall. Exhale, folding, coming to our plank. On that exhale, we'll lower down. Inhale, lifting the chest. And exhale, pressing up and back, down dog. Using our inhale, we'll travel to the top of the mat. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweeping tall. Exhale, we'll twist to the right. Open arm twist. Inhale, reaching tall through center. Exhale, we'll twist to the left. Inhale, growing tall through center. Exhale, folding, coming to our plank. Exhale to lower. Inhale to lift. Exhale, pressing back, down dog. On our inhale, we'll travel to the top. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweeping tall. Exhale, open arm twist to the right. Inhale, reach. Exhale, open arm twist left. Inhale, growing tall. One more like that. Exhale to fold, finding our way to plank. Exhale to lower. Inhale, baby cobra or up dog. Exhale, sending it back, down dog. Inhale, traveling to the top. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweeping tall. Exhale, open arm twist to the right. Inhale to reach. Exhale, twisting left. Inhale, growing tall. On that exhale, we're going to draw the hands to heart center. We're going to anchor down in that right foot. Draw our left knee out in front. Then we're going to slowly start to step that left foot back to a crescent lunge. Ball of that back foot. Opening up, warrior two. Inhaling for star. Exhale, wide leg fold. Walking to the top of the mat, runner's lunge. And then stepping back, down dog. On our inhale, we'll travel to the top. Exhale, fold. Inhale for that halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale to sweep it tall. We'll take that open arm twist to the right. Inhale, reaching tall. Exhale, open arm twist to the left. Inhale to reach. Exhale, drawing those hands to heart center. We'll anchor in the left foot, drawing that right knee straight out in front. Then slowly stepping it back to our crescent lunge. Warrior two. Inhale, reach for star, turning both feet parallel to the edges. Exhale, wide leg fold. We'll walk to the top of the mat, runner's lunge. And we'll step it back, down dog. On our inhale, traveling to the top of the mat. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale to sweep it tall. Exhale, open arm twist to the right. Inhale, reaching tall. Exhale, open arm twist left. Inhale to reach. Exhale, we'll draw those hands to heart center. We're going to add our twist now to that flow. So we're going to anchor in the right foot, draw that left knee out in front. And then we're going to start to twist toward that left knee. You can keep the hands at heart center. You can open them up to wide arms. That right hand could come and support that left knee. If you want to gaze back, left hand could be on the hip. Lots of options here. Keep breathing. Then back to center. We're going to step our left foot back, crescent lunge. And now we're going to twist to the right toward that front right leg, maybe with open arms. Back to center, take your time. Warrior two, open up those hips. Inhale for star. Exhale, a wide leg fold. We're going to add an open arm twist. You could use a block here if you want to. We'll leave the left hand open up with that right arm, stacking shoulders. Exhale, we'll fold, we'll switch sides. Leave that right hand, open up the left. Exhale, fold, each side one more time. Inhale, open up with the right. Exhale, fold, and inhale, open up the left. Exhale, fold. Then we're going to walk to the top of the mat, runner's lunge. Maybe again with that block, we'll add a twist in our runner's lunge, leaving that left hand, opening up the right. And then we'll lower that right hand, plant those hands, step it back, down dog. And on our inhale, we'll travel to the top. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweeping tall. One more time with that open arm twist to the right. Inhale to reach tall. Exhale, open arm twist to the left. Inhale, we'll reach. Exhale, hands to heart center. Anchor in that left foot. We'll bring that right knee straight out in front. Twisting toward that right leg. Maybe with open arms. Back to center. Then we'll step our right foot back to our crescent lunge. And we'll twist to the left toward that front left knee. Back toward center and neutral, then opening up warrior two. Inhale, reaching for star. Exhale, wide leg fold. We'll plant that left hand, open up the right. Exhale, fold. We'll plant the right hand, open up the left. Exhale, fold. One more, plant the left, open the right. Exhale, fold. Inhale, open the left. Exhale, wide leg fold. We'll walk to the top of the mat. Turn those toes, runner's lunge. And our twist, plant that right hand. Use a block if you like. Open up the left. And we'll lower that left hand and find our down dog. Last one, couple of breaths here. And as you're ready, coming to a child's pose, sinking those hips toward the heels. And on our inhale, we're going to rise up through that tabletop and into our nice easy seat. We'll grow up nice and tall. Let's bring the soles of the feet together. And as you're ready, exhale with that flat back, send the chest out toward the feet and release and round and breathe. And then growing tall, we'll send that left leg out long. We'll plant the right foot on either side of that left leg, twisting to the right toward that right knee. Keep the spine nice and tall here. Then we're going to take our left hand, grab that right big toe. We're going to extend that leg. It's okay if it is still bent, and then try to extend the right arm. Keep that breath. And we'll come back around and release. Switching sides, we'll plant our left foot. Pull those right toes back towards you as you turn and twist. Then our right hand is going to grab that left big toe. And we'll come into that twist on this side, working to extend that left leg, reach the left arm back behind. Keep breathing. And we'll come back around, release. Let's plant the feet and we'll roll all the way down onto the back. Get settled in here. We'll plant the feet as wide as the mat, maybe goalpost the arms, and we'll drop the knees side to side, back and forth. Checking in with the hips and that lower back. When we're about even, we'll come back to neutral. We're going to pull our right leg into chest, extend the left leg. Then with our left hand, we're going to draw that right knee across the body, goalpost that right arm so that you keep the shoulders on the mat as you twist. One last twist here on each side. Deep breath. And then back around to center, squeeze that right knee in, and we'll switch sides. We'll pull the left leg in. And then we're going to use that right hand, draw that left knee across the body, anchoring the left shoulder. And then back to center. Hug both knees into chest, rock it out a little side to side. Find happy baby if you like. And then as you're ready, we'll release. Send the legs long down the mat. Settle those shoulders. Relax the arms. And go ahead and blink the eyes closed. Coming back to that deep breath. Following the breath into all those areas where we were twisting and releasing. Few more breaths here. Following the path of that breath, coming back into the body, inviting gentle movement when you're ready. Maybe hugging those knees back into chest. And then making your way to either side, to the left or to the right. And we'll pause for a few final breaths of our practice. Inhaling in all the good of our practice. Exhaling out anything we want to leave here. And then pressing up, returning to our easy seat. Settled in those sit bones, soft in the shoulder, tall in the spine. Nice, slow, deep breath. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Namaste. Awesome. I hope you feel better. Can breathe a little bit, feel better in the body and the back. And I also, of course, want to invite you to join my Yoga with TG membership, where you have access on demand 24/7 to all sorts of flows, twists of short links, long links, if you want to twist in restorative or yin or a relaxed flow, or you're looking for a little bit more of a challenge in something like a sculpt class, it's all in there. So check out this video behind the scenes. You can see inside the membership, and the link, of course, is in the description. And I look forward to welcoming you.